Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I appreciate the subcommittee working on nuclear energy issues and hosting this hearing today. It should be an area where we can find bipartisan agreement. Our existing reactors are essential to our nation's successful clean energy transition. I'm hopeful that several of the bills before us today will help with the deployment of new and advanced reactors. But as we think about how the Nuclear Regulatory Commission can support industry's efforts to develop and deploy advanced reactors, we shouldn't lose sight of the needs of the Commission to continue to be a successful and independent regulator of the industry. So with that in mind, I'd like to express my support for the bills introduced by Ranking Member DeGette and Congressman Levin. The NRC has awesome responsibilities. We have a responsibility to ensure that the Commission has the expert personnel necessary to carry out its duties. Mr. Dorman, I heard the earlier discussion you had with Congressmember DeGette about recruiting and retaining its staff. But how difficult is it for the industry's regulator to compete with the private sector for a limited number of qualified candidates?
Thank you, Congressman. I think our advantages in that marketplace is a clear safety mission and the history of the NRC as a great place to work. I've actually had a new employee recently that reached out to me 2 weeks after coming to the agency and expressed how pleased he was because he'd been wanting to come to the NRC for a long time. That said, when we have 17 technology developers on top of the operating industry, we are competing in a tight marketplace. And we have our attrition this year, other than retirement attrition, is running about 2%, which is a little higher than our historical rate. And we're seeing good people make transition mid-career to some of these technology developers, and they have the ability to offer them pays that we are not able to offer. So I think the additional tools to help us, particularly with the critical skills that we need for the innovations that are happening in the industry, will be helpful.
Thank you. And Mr. Dorman, again, if the bills and discussion drafts under consideration today were to be enacted, how would that increase the Commission's workload?
I'm not sure I see anything in the bill that directly, in the bills that directly increase the workload. I think what I alluded to earlier is we are anticipating 4 applications for construction authorization for 2 light water and 2 non-light water power reactors in the next 12 months. If those projects move forward successfully, then I think we will see a substantial increase in the following years.
Thank you, Mr. Dorman. Mr. Chair, the ranking member's bill is an important and needed addition to any legislation that provides NRC with additional workload requirements. I similarly believe we should be looking to provide our nation's other energy regulator, FERC, with similar hiring authority to ensure they have the technical and legal and other expertise necessary to carry out its responsibilities. In the past, there has been bipartisan support to streamline the NRC processes. Mr. Dorman, does the Commission have any views on the proposed bills to further streamline licensing hearings and other proceedings?
I can't speak for the Commission. I would say that we're happy to work with the committee on any and all of those proposals.
Thank you. And were these bills to move forward, I believe it would be important to provide greater opportunities for the broader public and host communities to participate in Commission proceedings. Over the past couple of years, we have seen FERC's Office of Public Participation have success, and I hope we can do more to guarantee that streamlined regulatory processes do not result in fewer opportunities for the public to have their voices heard. So with that, I thank you, Mr. Chair, and I yield back.